Okay, so please name 3 all-time favorite metal albums for you.
Skid Row. It has to be one of mine because I love that, and that was how I started to play music, you know, playing along to that. And then Run to the Hills, or Number of the Beast, but yeah. Run to the Hills single was the first one I guess I bought for myself. And then maybe could have been, I don't know, one of the most influential, which I was listening a lot to then, was Ride the Lightning. That's when I came. That was.
Do you think it's the best album by Metallica?
Could be.
It's my favorite from Metallica.
Probably it's my favorite from
Maybe
Metallica.
it's the best by Metallica.
So I guess that would be 3.
Okay.
Maybe, yeah, I think so.
Oh, tough one. Probably Rainbow.
Which one?
Oh, that's always. There's 2 options here, and I can't decide. Of course, it's gonna be Rising, I think.
Yes.
Very Fall will be closed by Long Live Rock and Roll, but I'm gonna stick with Rising for this one. And also an odd one, Udo Dirkschneider's solo album, Faceless World.
Oh.
I think that's a fantastic one. Very underrated.
Yeah, it is.
And I mean, it's a classic, but damn, I got goosebumps so many times singing along, drinking beer, or just listening to Judas Priest Painkiller.
Oh,
It's fantastic.
It's classic, yeah. Okay. Do you listen to the newer, younger bands too?
Yeah, actually, there's a band from Finland called Battle Beast.
Oh yeah.
Fantastic. That's right up my alley. It's the classic 80s hard rock metal with an attitude, with a girl who has more balls than most boys,
Yeah,
you know?
The singer is great, yeah.
We had them supporting us on the last European tour we did, and every night I would go out and watch them if I could. It's a blast to see live, and I love the second album was fantastic, the one that's just called Battle Beast. From beginning to end, it was like, wow.
I mean, of course there's a lot of new bands coming all the time, and it's exciting, and we are in one way following this scene locally and working on it. Actually, from our side too, we have, in our hometown we have the SABATON Open Air, a 3-day festival.
That's great.
Which is, SABATON is obviously headlining every year, but we have also bands like Halloween and Testament and DAD, and we have a lot of bands playing every year. And it's a very international festival with thousands and thousands of people coming from more than 30 countries. We have some people from Japan coming every year over to our little hometown to see this. And together, side by side with the festival, we do a lot of other things too, some projects and running local bars and stuff like that. And we also run projects for helping younger metal and rock bands. So we help them by finding new places to play and stuff like that. It's a way of staying also for us to see what is coming up, to feel like, wow, there is so much good coming. And it's I find it very, very important that the growth of metal is stronger all the time. And it has been in the SABATON plan for a long time to play for younger and younger people all the time. While most other bands, they decided to play in 18H venues where they get more money, and because people can drink beer, and so they pay the bands better. But we played in venues which had all ages. Even we get less money for it, but we could play and we could gain new fans. It is so important that there is a new generation coming, and not only...
and the metal is for everyone. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot, I don't know, you probably don't have that here in Japan, but at least in many places in Europe, if you want to sell beer, you got to have an 18-year-old age limit. That means in many, many countries, you cannot have people coming under 18. And I'd be furious if I was 14 and my favorite band came to my town and I couldn't go. So whenever it's possible, we wanted to make sure it's all ages actually.
We are fighting a lot of the venues. We are making it an active fight against the venues to take away the age limit. It costs us money. We get less income, but it is a thing to give also our younger fans a chance to see a good show.
In the long run, it's
In the long run, I think probably that will pay itself back from that point of view as well.
And a younger generation, and hopefully we can also inspire younger musicians. That would be amazing. I mean, I think that you know, to know in yourself that there would be a band who wouldn't be if we were not, then I mean, that feels so good in your heart to be the inspiration of somebody. So in one way that pays more than even standing on the stage sometimes.
Other countries in Sweden.
You have obviously from the beginning there there has to be some. It is an easy country to live in a lot of ways. You have a lot of support from the government and from local music schools. It's also open community. Nobody looks down on you if you play metal. It's like it's normal. And I think that the dream is often destroyed in a lot of other countries because when you start playing music, you have the dream how it's gonna be like when you go and play a show. You have the dream that it's gonna be wow and fans gonna love it and it's gonna be fun to play and stuff. And when you go in Sweden, there's a big chance that that happens because everything is gonna be nice. You're gonna be greeted. The venue's gonna be nice.
There's a dressing room. There's a shower.
It's gonna work out. But if you play in other countries, it's a much tougher climate for the bands. You come to the venue and you get nothing to eat, you get nothing to drink, you get
There is no shower,
there is
no
no
best
shower,
dressing room.
and the
Something
stage
you have
is
to pay.
horrible.
Yeah.
And you have to pay to play. And the first time you're on the stage, it doesn't matter if there is 10 people or 100 or 5,000 people. It's anyway, it is the impression that's gonna last with you. Was this fun to play? Yes. And if all these circumstances were around, that you did not have fun because the whole day was shit because you didn't get anything to eat or drink.
No sound check.
No sound check, or and you have to pay there to. Then, I think a lot of people, they say, it's not worth it. It's not the dream I wanted music to be. And good musicians who have been sitting home practicing with a potential of becoming stars, just takes the guitar, put it down, and say, this is not fun to play music. I thought it's gonna be fun. While in Sweden, they go and they play the show and people applause and even if there is 5 people there, it was still fun night. It was an adventure and it didn't cost them, it didn't hurt them. So they go home after the night and say it was fun and they continue to play. I think that's the reason. The kids, you don't destroy their dreams the first night.
That is great to hear.
That's, I think so. I mean, that's at least one of those strongest things I ever had. First time performing a show, everything was great. No matter if there was just maybe 5 people standing there, but everything else was great.
Oh, that's great.
So,
Okay. So, what is your future plan?
a lot.
Too much to tell right now.
Well.
In general, at this moment, we are taking a break from the touring to write the new album, actually. So that's our main priority right now. We have our SABATON cruise in December that goes between Sweden and Finland. 2,000 metalheads and a metal band.
Cruise?
Yeah.
Oh, like 70.
Yeah, exactly. It's
But only one band.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
And then it's only 24 hours though. So it's not 5 days. We can't play for 5 days, then we'd be sick, you know. But it's fantastic, 2,000 people, and it's not outdoor because it's in December between Sweden and Finland. That's cold.
Oh, I see.
So it's indoor in the ship.
But it's amazing atmosphere. And then, I mean, in the spring we do a little European tour, and then we do the album. The album's gonna come out at the end of the next summer in August. And when that is done, we continue to tour. I mean, it's basically starting over, and we'll be on tour for 2.5 years, playing a lot of shows.
Mm.
So at the moment we have not scheduled to come back to Japan, but after the success here,
Mm.
we will look into that immediately and try to fit it into the schedule.
Mm. That is great. Okay, so for the last, you give the message to the Japanese fans, to the camera.
All right. Hello. It was amazing to be here. Thank you very much. It was way better than we could ever imagine. And sorry it took 16 years to come here, but it's not going to take 16 years to come back, that's for sure. We will look into our schedule and we will fit in Japan earlier than we thought.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Thanks to everyone who was at Loud Park. That was fantastic night for us. First impression of Japan, perfect. So, arigato.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.